This week on The Splash, allergy awareness in the community, nature's importance, and later we learn to love the elevator. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, but also that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Welcome to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen, and as always, thank you for joining us. In an effort to raise awareness for food allergies, one family hosted a special event to get the information out there and did it by having fun. Patrick McElmurray traded his walking shoes for rollerblades in order to get the story.
It's a beautiful Saturday here in Michigan, and where else would a grown man be but at a skating arena? We're here today to raise awareness for children's food allergies thanks to Lena's allergy movement. And here's the scoop.
A recent study revealed that nearly 6 million children in the U.S. have one or more food allergies. Lena Bowser, a student at Pleasant Lake Elementary in West Bloomfield, is one of those children. And like many kids with allergies, the first evidence of it came as a complete surprise to her family.
I first discovered that Lena was that she had allergies when she was 11 months. It was actually my first time giving her table food. We went to a restaurant. I gave her some mashed potatoes with some kind of gravy on it, and I thought it would be okay. On our way home, she was fine. I put her to bed. Next thing I know, she was screaming like really loud. It was just like a scream I've never heard before. And when I went into the room to check on my baby, her face was extremely red. It was very puffy, and she was just rubbing her face like really, really hard. And I had no idea what was going on. So I rushed her to the ER, and then that is when they told me that she had an allergic reaction to the food that she had eaten.
After that episode, the foods Lena was given were carefully monitored until she was old enough to get specific tests for allergies. The results were quite revealing.
And it wasn't until she was 3 that they had actually tested her, and we found out that she was allergic to 7 different things at that point. I found out that Lena was allergic to peanuts, tree nuts, sesame. Actually, the list is on her shirt.
My mom made this shirt. It tells all my food allergies so people can know.
Now, do you know what to do in case you have a reaction?
Tell my parents or always be prepared to have an EpiPen.
Lena is now always ready should an allergy unexpectedly affect her. But Lena and her parents have made it their mission to make sure other families are just as prepared. They created Lena's Allergy Movement and Beyond, which draws awareness to childhood allergies, as they did on this day, holding a fundraiser at a local skating rink.
1 in 13 kids, are affected by food allergies, worldwide. So, it's something that's prevalent now, more so than it was, 20 years ago. And a lot of times people are not really focused on that, so we want to raise awareness amongst other parents, schools, and just to keep, people and their children safe.
To alert those who come into contact with Lena and other children with allergies, Lena's mom has created some inventive awareness accessories for the children to wear.
I figured if I come up with a hair bow, it will be something that she would not take out. So this hair bow can be customized up to 45 characters, and you can list your child's allergies, or you can just say that your child has food allergies, and this has been perfect. Like it works really well in school.
Luckily, Lena was okay after her episode. But if you feel your child might have some food allergies, go get them checked out because it might just save their life. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Patrick McElmurray. Thanks for stopping by.
You can find more information at our website at civiccentertv.com/allergy awareness. One outdoor education center is bringing the knowledge of nature and of the creatures that reside in it to everyone in the community. Jay Kustash has the story.
I took a visit to the Walled Lake Outdoor Education Center for a look at what they have to offer to the people of our community.
The Outdoor Center started its program in 1957, and we were at that time at the Proud Lake Recreation Area. And when we got too large, our schools got too large, we eventually bought the piece of property that we're on now, and in 1972 opened this building, and we've been running ever since. We really offer quite a few things. We're a retreat facility. Sometimes people just rent the facility itself. Other times they come out just for our programming, and then sometimes it's a mix. We work with students K-12, and then we also work with adult groups such as corporate groups. We work with all kinds of religious organizations, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Pretty much, if you have an event and you want to need a facility or programming, we're the place to go. I'm most proud of my staff, I would say. They really make this place. I'm always talking to them about how this building is just a set of walls, and there's beautiful buildings everywhere. But what makes people come back to our facility, I'm convinced, is our staff. They really provide great care to each group that they're working with. They're very, very passionate about what they do. They love to be in the outdoors. They love to share those awesome experiences with whoever they're working with. And then they really enjoy the team building aspect as well and watching groups grow and develop.
Being able to spend time outdoors and to learn about nature is extremely important to many different people, and the Outdoor Education Center is a great source for both. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jay Kustash.
And for more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/outdoor education. Later in the show, business and networking strategies, as well as a look into the upcoming football season.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. In business, every moment is crucial, and that's why having a strong elevator pitch can lead to increasing profits and furthering your career. Jason Pauly shows us how to elevate our business careers.
The West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce has hosted another one of their monthly talks, helping West Bloomfield locals grow their business. The West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce once a month has hosted speakers coming in and helping business owners and operators in the West Bloomfield area.
This is our series of big events, BIG, Business Innovation Generator, and we always bring in a guest speaker to offer information for small to medium-sized businesses.
This was a sales coaching event and an elevator pitch, so just capturing your audience within 60 seconds, 30 seconds, or 10 seconds.
We asked if it would be okay to go ahead and do some speaking engagements to help the members of the chambers.
This month's speaker, Tom Powers, spoke about elevator pitches and how to sell your business to potential clients.
This particular one was on an elevator speech and how to perfect that so that when you meet someone, they know what you do.
Attendees got to hear strategies on how business owners can identify selling points about their businesses and how to best present those to potential customers.
Really help the entrepreneurs, gain more knowledge and gain more better leadership skills, and create that great message that would help, increase their business revenue.
It's all part of the West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce's commitment to helping West Bloomfield's business community.
Everybody has their own business, and I think if we all can come together and learn more from each other, it would be more of a successful community.
I think that these big events benefit the community because businesses are always looking to reinvent themselves and looking to attract more customers. So any information we can provide, from sales pitches to marketing to social media, is a plus for the community.
Events like these show West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce's commitment to helping local West Bloomfield businesses. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jason Pauly.
To know more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/elevator pitch. High school football is skating on in, and the West Bloomfield Lakers are ready for a slam dunk season this year. And Dave Scott kicks it with Coach Ron Bellamy to see what's going on inside the swamp.
Dave Scott of West Bloomfield High School with
head coach of the Lakers, Ron Bellamy. Coach, everyone is saying this is going to be a big year.
Yeah, we're super excited. The expectations are high. We've had a great offseason in the weight room, working on our physical conditioning, and our kids we're an old team now. You know, a ton of seniors, great leadership, and we're excited for what's to come.
Just as an example of that and the recognition you're getting, just today as we're recording this interview, MLive comes out with the top 25 high school players in Metro Detroit, 3 Lakers on that list.
Yeah, you know, we're excited about our Lakers. They're great football players, but more importantly, they're great people. The kids do a phenomenal job of, preparing themselves each and every day to put themselves in this position academically and athletically. And, Makari Page, Cornell Will, and Donovan Edwards are 3 of the top players, not only in the state of Michigan, but the Midwest and the United States of America.
Last year, great season. You went to the regional finals, if I recall. It was a tough loss in Belleville, but one of a number of games where you were that close. You had a lot of tight games last year. Most of them you won, a couple got away.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a credit to the season, the schedule that we schedule, the teams we play. Tough teams that we feel like prepare you for deep playoff runs. We didn't win. We lost 3 games last year by a combined 8 points, and we took that motivation in the offseason, and as coaches, you got to build upon failures and turn those failures into successes. And, we've created more situational practices and just preparing ourselves for unforeseen circumstances that may arise during a football game. So we'll be ready for that when that time comes this year.
This team has a lot of experience. You got a lot of seniors in your team and juniors who went through a very competitive couple of years, regional final, run to the state finals. You got that in the bank? Is that going to help?
Absolutely. There's no substitute for experience. Experience over anything. And we have a ton of experience coming back, led by our senior quarterback, C.J. Harris, who, he's an Ohio commit, unbelievable leader, unbelievable talent. He's a kid that, he's an extension of our coaching staff. We give him the keys. He's the face of our football program. You have defensively, you have Cornell Wheeler in the middle of our defense, Bo Davis and Sterling Miles anchoring the defensive line. And you got Makari Page back there in the secondary, who's going to do big things back there. So we feel like we're very experienced. A lot of kids had opportunities to play with the rash of injuries we had last year. Our motto is next man up.
Well, one of the things you talk about the community, it's new in West Bloomfield to have a program this successful, and we're going to do everything we can, and I expect the community, with or without our broadcasts, they're going to come out in big numbers. We're not just going to see mom and dad. We're going to see the whole community this year.
Absolutely. We're super excited about it. We have some great kids. We feel like we have something great to show people. Friday night, you're looking for something to do. We want to entertain you. The L Boys come in town, whether we play at home or we playing away. We want the city to support us and travel with us, and we're going to put on a good show.
All right. Does it impact a positive football program? Does it impact the building we're sitting in right now?
Oh, 100%. And I think that's why we get a ton of support is, before the school year starts in the state of Michigan, you've played a football game, and that carries over. The kids, they have something positive to look forward to. The school spirits at an all-time high, the football players. So some of the more popular kids in the school building, they walking around, they're pride for their program. And, the one thing we tell our kids is just don't be friends with football players. Make sure you get out there, whether you're a 9th or 12th grader, make sure you're shaking hands with someone or sitting next to someone or hanging out with someone that may not look like you, act like you. We want you to be diverse. We want you to, West Bloomfield High School has a ton to offer, and that's part of the school, the excitement of the school and the camaraderie we have within our school building.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Don't miss it. It's going to be huge. Friday night, we've got Clarkston and Southfield at 3 o'clock, and then West Bloomfield and Oak Park, and that contest happens at 7 o'clock. And we'll have it all for you right here on Civic Center TV, and, of course, live this game and every game all season long on 89.3 WBLD. For The Splash, I'm Dave Scott.
To know more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/Inside the Swamp. And now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update. We provide you with upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Dispose of prescription drugs with Operation Medicine Cabinet. Disposing of drugs is completely anonymous, happening year-round in West Bloomfield, Kego Harbor, and Orchard Lake, taking place at the police departments of the 3 communities. Open 24/7 in West Bloomfield, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Kego Harbor on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Orchard Lake Monday through Friday. For more information, visit oakgov.com or call your local police. Get ready to turn up August 29th at Marshbank Park for the next Kids Commotion concert hosted by WB Parks. The musician for this concert is the one, the only, the legend, Tim the Music Man. Kids Commotion takes place at 5:30 p.m. and there will be concessions, bounce houses, and admission is free. For additional information, go to wbparks.org. Train your brain with Best Brain Forward by the Jewish Family Services. At this seminar, you can improve your cognitive functions by learning about the latest research and lifestyle techniques. Happening at August 29th at noon at the Jewish Family Service. Admission is $12 per person. For more information, send an email to sstrasburger@jfsdetroit.org. Attention all mommies, attention all mommies. It is time for the next Mommy and Me hike thanks to WB Parks. The first Thursday of every month at 10:30 a.m. Bring your child to the trails of West Bloomfield where you can explore the outdoors together. This program is completely free. For more information, go to wbparks.org. Come to Henry's Market on Main. This market hosts a variety of fresh, locally grown produce, as well as baked goods, salsa, pesto, and many other delicious products, including free samples. Learn from expert chefs how to prepare a meal with the ingredients grown from Henry Ford's very own greenhouse. The market is open Wednesdays from 9 to 5 and is free and open to the public. For more information, go to henryford.com. And that's it for this week's calendar. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, but when we return, I'll sit down with Jason Chen from Aim High Fitness.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm joined this week by Jason Chen from Aim High Fitness. And Jason, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Brooke.
Aim High Fitness, tell me what it is.
Yeah, well, it's a class where you come in and you learn about health, you learn about your body, but at the same time, you're just being around good, positive people.
So where's your location?
Yeah, we're inside Orchard Fitness on Orchard Lake between 15 Mile Maple and 14 Mile.
Okay, so Aim High Fitness, the name kind of says it all because it's more than fitness, it's a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So explain that to me.
Yeah, so what we really care about is, just high motivation. You want to aim high goals, but at the same time, you want to have your life to be, aim high as possible. Mm-hmm. So what we really care about is just going in there with an attitude of excellence and really building on how to maximize your life.
So when people go to work out and there's a lot of stigma, kind of people get embarrassed, they feel like they're judged, they don't know how to do the moves. How do you guys handle that?
Yeah, well, we go through each move step by step. There's no, you want to jump into each movement too quickly. We really care about not only how we're doing it, but why we're doing it. Really making sure you're doing it safely with no injuries and really perfecting the motion.
So tell me about, explain a class to me. What happens when I walk in, I'm like, hey, what happens then?
Yeah, great. What we break down is 15 minutes in each section. We'll go 15 minutes in dynamic warm-ups. We're warming up the body, how we're warming up the body, and why we're doing it. And then from there, we'll go from a 15-minute HIIT training, a little bit more intense, not too intense, but to the point where it's like, you're feeling a little bit burned, you're getting some sweat in, and then 15 minutes of cooling down, and how to properly cool down. Because if you don't cool down, that's when your body and your muscles will start tightening up, and your joints will then, you start feeling aches and pains afterward, maybe the soreness. So that way, our trainers, we really focus on how we're doing it and why we're doing it.
So the trainers, lots of experience.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
18 years of experience. We have 2 trainers, Rob and Brandy. They've both worked at Lifetime for 18 plus years in multiple gyms and fitness industries as well, corporations. So, and they really help us bring into different personalities that they have. Rob has been in Navy SEALs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he must be tough?
He must be tough. Yeah, well, he has good discipline, but he's very educated as well. Intense background in the fitness industry. And then with Brandy, she's conducted many group classes from cycling to yoga. She brings a lot of energy into the class as well.
You had mentioned that before, that this is, you are aiming high to build a community, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So explain that, because a lot of people just go to the gym, they work out, and they forget about it. They move on with their day, they can check it off their list, right?
Yes.
But you're looking for more than that.
Yes. Yeah, what we want to do is create a community where you're not only going to class just to go to class. You're going there to learn, but then to be around positive people and really bring around that group where it's like, all right, well, if I'm training for a specific, let's say, marathon, for example, you could really get in tune, dissect how to train properly for a marathon, or network with, Rob, for instance, if you're looking for another trainer to give you a different perspective on, fitness, we have that as well. So different spectrums in that. And let's just say just having a great conversation with someone, that's what we're looking for. And that's what we're trying to help people that are trying to look for those type of classes.
Okay, so here's your flyer. So $12 a class, right?
Yes.
Reservations, or can people just show up?
You just show up. You don't even have to be a member at Orchard Fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can go in whenever you need to. First time, let's say financial is a bit tight. It's okay. We could work with you. It could be free first time, and then from there, we can work along to that.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to check it out one time, it's free.
It's free. No problem. Yeah, bring a friend.
It's free now.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, and I think everyone should aim high, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Brooke, for your time, too.
Oh, no, thank you. And once again, we've been joined by Jason Chen from Aim High Fitness. And on this week's episode of The Biz, we learn about keeping our teeth healthy.
I'm Daisha Banks from Civic Center TV, and on this episode of The Biz, we're here at Caring Smiles Family Dentistry in West Bloomfield, and we're going to talk to you about the importance of oral hygiene.
It's important to have good oral hygiene because a lot of people don't know that it is directly connected to the rest of your body, and so there's ways that we can detect if somebody could possibly have diabetes. There's also ways that we can detect if someone could possibly have heart problems too. So being able to have good oral health and doing the proper things at home, brushing twice a day, flossing twice a day, definitely can have a positive effect on somebody's overall health as well.
Although brushing your teeth is the most common way of maintaining oral health, flossing and using mouthwash can be just as important.
It's important to floss because when you're brushing your teeth, you're only getting certain areas of the teeth. So a tooth has 4 sides and then the top. And so when you're brushing, you're only getting the front and the back and the top. So that's 2 sides that are not cleaned at all with the toothbrush. So it's important to get the floss in there to get everything out that's hiding from food particles. Even if you're flossing, you don't see anything coming out, you're getting out bacteria, and that's helping to keep your gums healthy from gum disease and also from cavities.
And then brushing your tongue. Brushing your tongue is really important because a lot of times 80% of the bacteria that causes bad breath and other issues such as cavities actually resides in your tongue. So ignoring your tongue can definitely cause those problems. And then using mouthwash as well. Mouthwash and gargling, that also, a lot of times bad breath also starts in your throat too. So all those combinations of things, as well as limiting the amount of sweets and sugar and candy that a person is eating at home, can definitely play a good role in preventing that.
Reducing your daily sugar intake is not only important for your health, but also your teeth. Because when you consume multiple grams of sugar, it produces acids that dissolve and damage the teeth, leading to decay if left untreated.
A lot of times people may not know that there's a lot of sugar in items that they think may be healthy. A lot of juices out there are full of sugar, or a lot of the sports drinks such as Gatorade and some of the other ones out there are full of sugar too. And so those are the type of things that, even coffee, people put sugar in their coffee, but those are the type of items that people will sip on throughout the day, and they'll not know that could be causing cavities. And I always stress to patients that it's not about how much sugar you have, but it's actually the duration of time that that sugar is sitting on your teeth. So I recommend to patients, if you're going to drink the juices or the sodas, to limit it to mealtime, because it's only a small portion of the time that you're having that drink versus sipping on it throughout the day, and that definitely can cause problems.
And when you don't take oral health care seriously, it can actually lead to far more serious issues than just a bad toothache.
Bad oral hygiene can lead to a lot of different things. People most know about cavities. Nobody wants to go to the dentist and find out they have a cavity. But it's not just that. It's also taking care of your gums. If you're not doing a good job taking care of your gums, it can lead to gum disease. Gingivitis is the number one stage, the first stage of gum disease, and then after that it gets worse. And a lot of people have gingivitis and don't even know about it.
A lot of times the first thing that we're looking for when we see someone that has some sort of gum disease, which is sometimes also known as periodontal disease or bone loss, is that it can be the first signs that somebody could have an issue with diabetes. So there's a lot of different ways that your oral health and signs that we can find in the mouth. Another big thing that we're looking for is oral cancer. So we're doing oral cancer screening when someone comes in. We're checking their tongues, we're checking around their cheeks, and we want to make sure that we're informing them of anything we see and what they should be looking for at home, because the earlier we can find any problems, the better for the patient, and they can relay that on to their physician as well.
What a great experience we had at Caring Smiles Family Dentistry in West Bloomfield. We learned about brushing our tongues, flossing, and the importance of it all. I'm Daisha Banks for Civic Center TV, and that's your biz.
For more episodes of The Biz, visit civiccentertv.com/thebiz. Now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, where we celebrate the people in the community who are inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Amy DeRosier from WB Parks. Amy is the Recreation Operations and Systems Coordinator at WB Parks. Her position requires her to wear many different hats during her day-to-day work. You can find Amy behind the scenes helping with the front desk, working business operations, running the adult fitness programs, and even assisting with outdoor activities and functions like the community garden. And along with these responsibilities, she is getting ready for the launch of the new WB Park space inside Orchard Mall and preparing some of the programs that will be living out in that location. Amy has spent years studying and working in the parks and recreation field, and this dedication to the community and the programs that make it special is why she is our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who's making a positive difference, let us know and message us on social media or send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate your suggestions. That's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m., Civic Center TV on Comcast 15, AT&T 99, online in HD at civiccentertv.com. And subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Civic Center TV. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.